Hello friends, in this video we will discuss the structure of a human bone. So let's start. So basically what happens that this part is the topmost part of the bone. It's the head of the bone and it is named as epiphysis. It's known as epiphysis. This part is also known as the spongy part of the bone because it is porous in nature. It has pores. It has pores, and these pores contain a tissue. I'm shading that part. This tissue is named as the myeloid tissue. It is known as myeloid tissue. The specialty about this tissue is that it contains the RBM or the red bone marrow. It contains the red bone marrow, which basically produces the blood cells or the blood corpuscles such as RBC, WBC and platelets. So this does the work of hemopoiesis. Now this part, look at this part. This part is known as the metaphysis. This part is known as the metaphysis. Now observe these round structures or these spherical structures. These are the osteoblast cells. These are the osteoblast cells or the immature bone cells. They are not mature. They form a plate of osteoblast cells and this plate is known as the epiphyseal plate. I am repeating, the epiphyseal plate. This plate of osteoblast cells help in the elongation of bone. This osteoblast cell help in the elongation of bone because these osteoblast cells they divide to form bone cells called osteocytes. Bone cells called osteocytes. They also secrete the matrix of the bone. As a result, it results in the elongation of the bone. Now observe at this part, below the metaphysis. This part is known as the diaphysis. Diaphysis. This part is known as the diaphysis. Or it is also known as the shaft or the compact bone. It is called compact bone because it is quietly compact. It is solid part of the bone because it contains it is not the porous part of the bone. It is not spongy. And look at these longitudinal canals. It is named as the Hariomm canal. They are longitudinal in nature. And these transverse sections, these transverse canals, it has named as Volkmann's canal. This Hariomm canal's function is that through these canals, nerve vessels, blood vessels and lymph vessels pass through this Hariomm canal. It is the function of this Hariomm canal. Now this hollow structure, it is known as the bone marrow cavity. It is a hollow structure which contains the yellow bone marrow or the YBM. So basically the function of the yellow bone marrow is to store fat, the white fat. Okay. Now carefully observe at this dotted line which I am drawing. Observe these dotted lines. So basically these dotted lines, it represents the endosteum or the inner lining of the bone marrow cavity. This bone marrow cavity. This endosteum is made up of RFCT or the reticular fibrous connective tissue. and this part is known as periosteum. The external dotted line is known as the periosteum. It is made up of fibrous connective tissue. Now this shaded region is the articular cartilage. This articular cartilage joins the bone with other bones. So this was all about the parts of the bone, and thank you and have a nice day. Wish you like this video. Thank you.